This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smokin Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
My fellow Americans, and not what your country can do for you and what you can do for your country. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. What's right?
Oh, yeah, you know it. Yeah, that's in honor of Hulk Hogan, and that's some Rick Derringer and the theme for Hulk Hogan. I am a real American. And, yeah, he is a real American, Hulk Hogan. And I got to tell you, it's really sad about the death of Hulk Hogan. But we're going to dissect a little bit about Hulk Hogan today here on Wrestletalk. And we welcome you to another edition of the Wrestletalk Show. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X platform, and we're also on the Kick platform and also on the Huddle Sports Network. And also coming up soon, we're going to be still trying to get these technical glitches worked out with Oracle. I'm working on that. I'm working on a couple other. I have some meetings coming up this week with a few other folks. We're going to try to get some other stuff going on as well as we continue to move RW Media Productions forward as well. All right, we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. We're in Studio 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. And also we are also sponsored by Mike Dotson Realty, and that's 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty. Call him today if you need any kind of real estate in Ocean City, Maryland, or in the surrounding area. Mike will take very good care of you as well. He has a lot to offer. He also has short-term rentals and rentals as well. If you want to do any of those things, you want to buy a summer home or a permanent home like I did here in Berlin, Maryland. I'm not too far from Ocean City, Maryland. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And I'm picking up more and more subscribers as we go along. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter X. I'm also on Facebook. Please don't forget to do that as well. And don't forget to call your friend, call your cousin, call somebody, get them here watching Wrestletalk every single Tuesday, 5 o'clock p.m. And my co-host, Smoke by Phone, Smokin Jim Frazier. Smokin Jim, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks, bro. My favorite thing to do.
I know. You tell us that every week. All right, Smokin Jim. Don't forget tonight at 7 o'clock, I forgot to mention earlier, we were busy with Mike Simsack from Amped Up Sports on the Sports Corner Show. Don't forget, tune in tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. on Bethel Park TV and also on Bethel Park TV's YouTube and Facebook pages. Tonight, Pittsburgh Sports Line with Al Levine, the Talking Machine. Chip Hayner, Mike Rohde, also, don't forget, excuse me, Nick, Nick Callis, excuse me, as well, is on the show. Pensman Sports says he's back. Great to have you back on with us, Pensman. Thank you. And thank you for being part of the program. Tune into Pensman Sports every single time. Pensman has his own YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and follow all my friends here. Also, Brian Pettit and the Tiger Stripes network as well. And also, don't forget about Brian Pettit and JD Wyatt and the Southern Fried Sports Network as well. We're going to get JD on real soon, talk about the Carolina Panthers also. All right, guys. Also, we're on Facebook. We're going to check our Facebook page here real quick, see who's tuning in on Facebook here. As soon as I get the channel up here, in a few here. Let's see what's going on Facebook. Here we go. All right. There we go. All right. All righty. And those of you on Facebook, I'll let everyone know that you're tuning in as well. Also want to thank Timmy, also Eric, also Paul, and Marty, all from Alaska that tune in. Timmy lives in Anchorage. Eric, he goes around all around Alaska, and also Robert from who is also lives in Alaska as well. He lives in Trazilla or something like that. He lives there. And then we have the village of McGrath. We have Paul and also Marty as well. He lives out in the Alaska Range. So I just want to let everyone know who's all tuning in here as well. Pensman, and that's a Cowboys boys cry. All right, there you go. All right. Let's talk Smokin' Jim about Hulk Hogan. Those of you out there who don't know, 2-3 days ago, Hulk Hogan passed away. It was a bad week last week for Hulk to find out that the Hulkamaniacs now have lost their hero, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was a guy who, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan and it wasn't for Vince McMahon bringing in Hulk Hogan, wrestling would have faded away after, Vince McMahon saw it. He knew it. He knew that he needed to get his product back up and moving. So to do that, he had to have the Iron Sheik beat Bob Backlund, and then had Hulk Hogan come in and beat the Iron Sheik to get wrestling back in order. The 80s, the 90s, when he was the heel with the NWO in WCW. Then he came back to the WWE, and then for a little while there, Vince McMahon didn't want him. Stephanie brought him back as Mr. America. It was just Impact Wrestling. He was the general manager there. Just Hulk Hogan has been involved in the wrestling business for so long, and he was so much the man who promoted wrestling, who promoted the thing, who did the Hulkamaniacs, to say your prayers, eat your vitamins, the whole smear. Hulk Hogan, the man who created and who made wrestling what it is today. A lot of these wrestlers out here idolize Hulk Hogan. Some of these wrestlers out here followed Hulk Hogan. If you didn't watch Hulk Hogan, if you talk to some of the older people that are my age, Smokin' Jim's age, that say every time we talk about wrestling, you know what they tell me? I stopped watching it back in the day after Hulk Hogan left. Well, I mean, left wrestling full time. Okay. All right. They talk about Hulk Hogan. Rocky III. He did movies. The man was a star. He was a hero to wrestling and to the kids and to a lot of different ways. And I know there were some social media posts out there about a sex scandal. He had to clear that up. There was a bunch of good, crazy things. He said racist things. You know what I mean? Sometimes things happen. Ric Flair's been known to do things like that when he gets drunk, stuff like that. Smokin' Jim, your thoughts. Hulk Hogan, go.
I think you summed it up, man. This guy was the face of wrestling, especially after Bruno Sammartino, and the people that followed his career. Retired. Hulk Hogan took wrestling to a whole nother level, and I was very sad to see the Hulkster pass away.
All right, Pensman said Sting, Nash, Hogan and others. Absolutely. New World Order. Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan put that together. The New World Order brought Hulk Hogan's 90s career to a different phase. And I've said this many times here, Smokin' Jim, and I think you'll agree with me on this. Sometimes you got to move from a baby face to a heel in order to fix your career. And we've seen a lot of wrestlers do that, Smokin' Jim. Your thoughts on that?
Can you repeat that question?
I'm sorry, Smokin' Jim. See, Smokin' Jim here has an Obama phone. No. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. I'll let Luther handle that. But anyway, I said your thoughts on when Hogan turned heel in the 90s. That sort of resurrected his career, put him in a different perspective, but also resurrected his career after he had left the WWE after his term in the 80s. Sometimes wrestlers have to do that, and we've seen it many times. Our wrestlers have changed their careers around in order to, move from babyface to a heel or a heel to a babyface, so that they can better their careers and also makes the product better as well. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, again, you said it much better than I could, and I agree with everything that you said.
All right. Okay. Smokin' Jim, I challenged you, and let's see, Seth Rollins is doing that now. Yes, he is. Seth Rollins is the man, but he's not around right now because of an injury. But yeah, I agree with Pensman. Seth Rollins is doing that right now. Roman Reigns just came back. He's lost a little bit of his luster, but I think he'll be back with some of this stuff. So we'll talk about some of those things later on. Smokin' Jim, your favorite Hulk Hogan match? Go.
Well, this may not be popular with wrestling fans, but nobody has seen Rocky 3 more than me.
Yes.
I pretty much that summer.
Oh, come on. You just pulled an Archie Bunker on me there, Smokin' Jim.
Sorry about that.
That's all
I
right.
pretty much went that summer every day to watch Rocky 3. It was an inspiring movie, and Hulk Hogan was just unbelievable. You know, the size, the physique, the way he spoke,
Thunder Lips.
the women. Yeah, the women that he had, Thunder Lips.
Yeah.
The outfit.
Yes.
So yeah, that has to be. I think that's what made him was the motion picture, and he just took it to another level after that.
Oh, and with him being on that movie, he made friends with Mr. T and brought Mr. T into the wrestling business. Remember in the WrestleMania with him and Mr. T?
That's right.
I mean, everybody forgets about how he brought Mr. T into the wrestling business well. He brought in several celebrities into the wrestling business. He brought in, or he had guys like you wouldn't expect Gene Okerlund to team up with him. I mean, he had guys teaming up with him that was just craziness. And then when he did the NWO thing in WCW, I know a lot of people thought that was a low, but let me tell you something. That picked up Hulk Hogan's career. And guess what he did? He made WCW for 83 weeks the top TV watching program in all of wrestling on Monday night. They were beating Raw in the ratings in the 90s. And Raw had, and WWE, at the time it was WWF, had to go into that Austin McMahon thing, which worked, okay? And it really woke up the WWF at the time. And that was another reason why Vince McMahon despised Hulk Hogan for a while, was because of what he did in WCW. And then he ended up buying WCW, and we all know what happened to them. I'll tell you, everybody, if you want to know a lot about WCW, watch Nitro. Absolutely. Nitro, Pensman, was the #1 show for 83 weeks on Monday night. It was blowing away Raw in the ratings. And so I want to talk right now real quick. I think we've pretty much done what we can on Hulk Hogan. Any final thoughts on Hulk Hogan there, Smokin' Jim?
I don't believe you gave us your favorite Hulk Hogan bout.
My favorite match, Hulk Hogan versus Gold. I got a couple of them actually. Goldberg, the Iron Sheik match when he won the title, and the one against Andre the Giant. I thought those were his best matches. Oh, and the one against The Rock at WrestleMania. Those are my four. Actually, I have four matches. I should do like you do: 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. You know, that kind of thing. You know, so I should do that. But those are my matches. So all right, and they had Thursday Night Thunder. Yes, they did. WCW did that as well, Pensman. Yes, they did. But now it's AEW, MLW, TNA. You know, you got some of these other folks out here. TNA is about to be bought by Shane McMahon, and it'll be back in the WWE hands. They've already bought AAA Wrestling, and they have a working relationship right now with TNA. You see Santino Morello showing up in NXT. So that tells you there's going to be more of a working relationship there. Trick Williams showing up in TNA events, just back and forth, swapping things. You would have never thought WWE would ever have this partnership. TNA had a partnership with AEW for a little while. We had Kenny Omega holding their title as well as other titles at one point a few years back. So, I mean, you know, you have a lot of that going on. And Anthem Sports, they kind of want to get rid of that. They want to stay in boxing and whatever else they do. They want to stay into that. They don't want to get into. They want to get out of wrestling, I think. And I don't know I don't think they're making the money they think they're making on TNA. TNA needs to be on a national network of some kind. You know, they need to be on any kind of network. NXT now is on CW. You can watch it on anytime you want if you have a converter box. Now, WWE has gone back to Saturday night's main event. If TNA wants to make anything, they're going to really have to do that. If they don't, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, down the road. And I think if Shane McMahon buys TNA, like it's rumored to be going on, I think Shane McMahon can take it to another step. And then a working relationship with WWE has worked out for TNA as well. By the way, Smokin' Jim, the Hardys, speaking of TNA, we'll get to them real quick. The Hardys won back their tag team belts against the Nemeth brothers, Ryan and Nick Nemeth, as well. I wanted to let everyone know that, and you as well, Smokin' Jim. They won the titles at Slammiversary. This, I believe, is going to be the last run for the Hardys. They're talking about retiring as soon as their contract with TNA runs out, and I'm hearing rumors now that they may be going to the WWE for a final farewell kind of thing, and I'm hearing stories about that. Now I'm hearing stories that they want to fight the Dudley Boys, and there's going to be this thing going on and that thing going on. So we're going to find out where the Hardys go on their way out. Your thoughts, Smokin' Jim, on what the Hardys are doing?
Well, it's just amazing the longevity of their career.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
I seen them one time. I thought that was their sons wrestling. They were still doing high flying acts and everything else, man. So if they are going to retire, it's very deserving, and I enjoyed their career.
Yeah, I have enjoyed it as well. It was sad to see Jeff, and I heard recently again he's relapsed. Had to go back into rehab again for the umpteenth time. He's had some issues with alcoholism, drinking, drugs, things like that. So I hope he finally decides to, when he does retire, to, get rid of his demons with that as well. It's known for him to be doing that. Matt Hardy, I heard, has some neck injuries that he has accumulated over the years, and it's starting to take its wear and tear more on his body. And, they sort of want to step away. And they're Hall of Famers. They will be. And I think that, it's going to work out for the best for them. And I think if they do decide to do a last hurrah, I think they're going to be at a WrestleMania or something where they might just, let their last match, kind of like what Goldberg did against Gunther, and go out. I don't know if they'll go out on top or not, but we'll see. So, All right, let's get started. Smokin' Jim. SummerSlam's coming up this coming week here, this weekend, 2-night event. Let's go over some of the matches. First, let's talk about Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. What do you think in this match, Smokin' Jim? This has been a brutal battle between these two.
I think that they're pretty even as far as wrestling goes, but I think that Cross has some outside the rope advantages that'll keep him in the victory circle.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the pipe and everything, and he's destroyed Sami Zayn, and he's done some things that are that he probably shouldn't have, but you know how that goes. All right, let's go into the next match. Jade Cargill, Queen of the Ring, versus Tiffy Time. I know who you're taking. Go ahead.
Man, that's a hard one, man. Two of the women that I love, but there's nobody like Tiffy Time. It's her time. I think she's a very smart wrestler. I think she'll figure out a way to frustrate Jay a little bit into submitting and getting pinned.
Okay, real quick here. Pensman has brought up something that I forgot to mention here, Smokin' Jim. Drew McIntyre may not make it to SummerSlam. Reason being, he's stuck in the UK. He doesn't have a passport, and he can't get out. He may not be available for this weekend's SummerSlam, which then means Logan Paul may have to go out and get another partner if this is going to be the case, or have Logan Paul versus Jelly Roll or making a trip. I don't know. WWE will probably come up with something. ISO Speed or something will be his partner. I don't know. I mean, you know how it goes, Smokin' Jim. But your thoughts on Drew getting stuck in the UK? I forgot to bring that up. Thank you, Pensman, for that. You there, Smokin' Jim?
Wow, man. These are the times that we live in, man. I don't know how Drew could not have a passport in today's, because he travels all over the world. So I don't know, did he lose his passport, or I mean, he had to have a passport to even travel outside the country,
Yes.
and he's outside the country often. So I would have to do some investigating.
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna
that.
do that, Smokin' Jim. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna look into this, find out what's going on with him. I do know he's stuck in the UK. He has had some issues with some things, and as far as his passport goes, in fact, I'm gonna look that up right now. Let's see what we got here. Drew McIntyre. Here we go. All right. Okay, says he has a good chance of missing WWE SummerSlam. And this is from the Bleacher Report, Smokin' Jim. Okay? This is from the Bleacher Report that he has a chance that he probably will miss it because he is called out country music star Jelly Roll, as we all know. And, I mean, we'll see what's going on with that. And, I can play the audio, but I don't want to play this audio because there's some swear words in it from X here. Because we have kids that watch a program here, so I don't want to be playing any kind of words here. But he did make a statement on X that he probably will not be at SummerSlam. I'm interested to see who Logan Paul will bring in as his partner for this event, for this match. So we'll see what goes on, Smokin' Jim. Anything can happen from now until Saturday or Sunday. So even if they have to move the match to the second night and bump the second night match back to the first, they might have to do that, but we're going to find out. Okay, next match, Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and I say if Lyra Valkyria loses, she can no longer compete for this belt as long as Becky Lynch is champion. Your thoughts, go.
I don't think Becky can beat her straight up. So
it's in a street fight or one of those matches.
That makes it a little bit more interesting. But I still gotta go with the opponent on this one.
No, Steven, I am not. I no longer live in Pittsburgh and the station shut down. But I will tell you, I am working down here in Maryland because I now live in Berlin, Maryland. I am working on getting on public access TV with Maryland Public Access. I am going to be reaching out to them possibly tomorrow and having a meeting with them and find out what my options are, what I can do. So there's your answer to your question. And I think they may have a YouTube channel that you probably could watch my shows. The only show that I'm going to put on there possibly is the way I see it, the Ralph's Opinion show. I might put something else on there, but I have to get up to speed on Maryland sports and stuff like that. So we'll find out what's going on as we go. All right. So, but thank you for the comment, Stephen. Thank you for watching the show as well. So there you go, Smokin' Jim. We have some guys, as Mike Tomlin would say, that have been listening to or watching us on the former PCTV. So, and are here watching right now for our Wrestletalk show as well. Okay, I think Becky Lynch is going to win this match, and I also believe that Jay Cargill. I think WWE Smokin' Joe, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news to everyone who likes Tiffany Stratton. I think it's now time for Jade to do something because she's been in the WWE, at least a year or more, and has done really nothing. She's been hurt. She's been, whatever's happened. She had an injury here, this, that, and whatever, and really hasn't done a lot. Did a lot in the AEW, won some belts, did some things. I think this is her time, and I believe that she may beat Tiffany, and I think that could happen, but we'll find out. Okay, Smokin' Jim, next triple threat match. All right. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley versus Naomi. Your thoughts on this match? And I think that Stephanie, whatever her name is involved in this too, I believe. She's the number one contender. She won that match to be a number one contender. Your thoughts on this fatal four-way, possibly triple threat match?
Is this for the title?
Yes, it is.
I think Naomi's going to keep that title for a little while. So
yeah,
she'll figure out a way to win.
But here we go again. Rhea needs to get it back. She's hungry. She keeps losing to Io Sky. I don't know what their plans are with Naomi moving forward. But I think by having Naomi cash in and be the champ, they got to do something with her. They can't just have her sitting around for a couple of weeks, or whatever. So you're right. I think it's Naomi's time. And again, as I mentioned with Hulk Hogan, here's a wrestler who has switched to a heel, and look at where she's at right now. Okay? Look at where Naomi is now compared to when she was the Glow and all that other stuff. Being nice to Bailey and being friends with everybody. You see, now she's a heel, and look at where her career is right now. So you see, sometimes you have to change the way you do things in order to be successful as far as that stuff goes. All right? Okay, next, the cage match. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa in a steel cage match for the title. Your thoughts, go, Smokin' Jim.
Who's in the cage match? I'm sorry.
Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the men's Intercontinental Championship. Or I'm sorry, the U.S. Championship. I'm sorry.
Jacob.
Okay. Next, I think Jacob's going to win his belt back. I think Solo and his gang are going to pursue Roman Reigns after he's done with whatever he's doing with Seth Rollins or whatever. It's going to be interesting to see where the bloodline goes, which I don't know where they're going to go at this point. No one seems to know. But anyway, next, speaking of matches here in Champions, Dominic Mysterio, Intercontinental Champion versus AJ Styles, and he's been cleared to wrestle. And if you saw what happened last night on Raw, AJ Styles is, I think he'll win if he does what he did last night. Your thoughts on this match?
Dominic's not going to lose.
I think he will. and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I think AJ Styles is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. I think Dom's going to be kicked out of Judgment Day. That's my feeling. And the rumors I'm hearing, he may be going back with his dad. Let's see. That's rumors. Rumors, you know how rumors are. You know what I mean? You know, there's a lot of fake news out there, as our president always says. All right. So, but I think that's what's going to happen. Personally, that's what I believe. Because right now, Judgment Day is holding a lot of gold. And, so, we're going to find out where the Judgment Day go from here. They beat LWO last night. Well, we all know why. Okay. And everything else, because now we have a second El Grande Americano that no one seems to know who the guy is, if that's who he is. Okay. It can't be Chad Gable because he's had shoulder surgery and his arm's in a sling. So I don't know, what's going on with him, but it's somebody else. And, again, the LWO came up short because of that. And something's got to give with this Lucha Libre fighting here going on. It's not a bad angle, but something's got to give. Either the LWO's got to go or the LWO's got to come up with something and take down Americano and this other guy now that has a mask on and disappeared in the stands. So we'll see what happens. All right. The next match here, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. What do you think, Smokin' Jim?
John Cena.
I'm taking Cody in this match, and I think John Cena only has, 15 more events, and I think he's going to get ready for Survivor Series where he's going to have his own team go up against somebody's team. Whose, I don't know. Could be Cody Rhodes' team. I don't know. And that's going to be his last hurrah. So we're going to find out what goes on. That's my thoughts on this. We'll see where it goes. Cody may get screwed again. Possibly. That could be. So. All right, let's see what Pensman. We already talked about Drew. All right, we already took care of that. And a street fight. Yes, absolutely. A street fight now between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. But you know what? John Cena can cheat. John Cena can do whatever he wants. Cody Rhodes can do whatever he wants. And what has happened now is Cody Rhodes has what I call poked the bear. John Cena cried. He couldn't make it. He wasn't going to be there. He's got this. He's got that. And he poked Cody Rhodes the bear too. Now you got two bears fighting amongst each other for one bowl of food. And now what's going to happen is this is going to turn into a very ugly situation with this street fight. I think it's going to be an interesting scenario here to see what happens. But thank you, Pensman, for reminding me. All right. Okay. Drew McIntyre, if he makes it. And Logan Paul versus Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Your thoughts, Smokin' Jim?
I never go against Logan Paul, so I got to side with Logan Paul.
Even after all these losses. In the last 3 matches, he's lost. You know that, right?
I got to side with Logan Paul.
Okay. Maybe this will be the one he wins. I don't know. I'd like to know who he's going to find if Drew McIntyre is not available. Maybe Rusev. Yeah, there you go. So there you go, Rusev. All right. Pensman, if there's any matches I missed, put them up on the thing, but I think I pretty much covered most of them. I'm trying to remember the rest.
I don't think you said Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. That's right. Versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. We saw what happened last night. That carnage. We will see what happens here. But Roman and Jey have to win this match in order for Roman to get back into graces with not only just the fans, but to get some measure of revenge now that Seth Rollins is not around. But if I know Paul Heyman, he's got something up his sleeve. A possible another man to come in. He's kind of like a Don Callis. You know, you get hurt, you get injured, you're not available, you're not working, you're not helping his wallet. So guess what? You know, you got to go. I need somebody else. And I forgot about the Trish Stratus match too. So, you know, your thoughts on this match, Smokin' Jim?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, especially after the beating Roman and Jay took last night, I think that they'll win.
Yeah, I think they're going to win too. We'll see what happens. I hope they do. I'm not particularly. I mean, I like Seth Rollins' group. I do, but I like Roman Reigns, and I just wish that they could work together. I'd rather see them together than separated. But I also always like the bloodline. So I'm just the original bloodline, not the fake bloodline like Solo Sikoa has. You know, so. But anyway, all right. We got this Pensman's here updating me on some things, which is great. Thank you. Bailey versus Trish Stratus. Your thought on this match, Smokin' Jim?
Wow. You know, I ain't going against Trish Stratus. No way. So I'll go with her.
Yeah, it's time for, I don't know. Bailey's been having a lot of bad luck lately. So I'm going to go with Trish Stratus, Hall of Famer. You don't bet against her. Not too many times, at least. And, you know, so we'll go from there. Nikki Bella cleaned up her thing last night with, what's her face? Chelsea Green. You know, yeah, Naomi. I already talked about that match, Pensman. So, you know, we'll see what goes on. Naomi, you know, will she be able to win that match? That triple threat or fatal four-way or whatever the heck it is, win that match. And this Friday, SmackDown, you know, it's going to be an interesting night. We're going to find out what happens. And, you know, it's the night before the pay-per-view. You always know what goes on. So, all right. Okay. Smokin' Jim, any final thoughts before we wrap things up here today?
Man, what a thorough show, man. This whole show from top to bottom, from Mike bringing the Redskins, Ravens, and Steelers into the fold, and to you being the ultimate expert on wrestling and what's going on, and great tribute, too, to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
There may never be another one like him in our lifetime.
Yeah, also too, Smokin' Jim. I don't know if I brought it up last week. I'm not real sure, but Will Ospreay is off. He cannot wrestle for AEW. Let's go into just a tad before we wrap it up here. MJF no longer with the Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley slammed him against a locker, said you're done because he's always worried about himself. He got angry because Adam Copeland hired the Hurt Syndicate to go last week to go after FTR. And he got angry because he was not involved in it, or, you know, he says, I'm, you know, he's the number one contender. He's got that clipboard, that whatever they call that thing there. He's got that now, and it's like the Money in the Bank at WWE, and he can cash in anytime he wants, pick a date to have a match or whatever. And so against Hangman Adam Page, who's the current champion right now. But, you know, your thoughts on this? They kicked MJF out of the group. Lashley said he didn't like the way he was, oh, it's about me, and not team. Which, of course, we all know MJF is like that anyway. I don't know why the Hurt Syndicate ever brought him in, but we'll see about that. We'll see where MJF goes. I like MJF. I always have. He always plays a good role, a good heel role, and he's good on the microphone. Your thoughts on this, Smokin' Jim?
Yeah, we could kind of see that coming down the road. You know, MJF is an individual superstar, and teaming up with a group, you can tell there was going to be friction sooner or later. So
Yeah, remember that faction he had with FTR?
Yeah.
And, yeah, remember that?
Mhm.
That didn't work out.
Mhm.
No,
No.
he's better off by himself. Him and Adam Cole, that didn't work out. And, you know, just a lot of different things. But now he's on his own again, just like he always is, using the microphone, running his trap, and that's good. He's good at what he does, and I like MJF. And if AEW ever lets him go or let him walk away, also rumor Smokin' Jim, real quick, I forgot to mention Chris Jericho's coming back to the WWE for one last stand. I know Vince McMahon said no, but Vince McMahon's not running things anymore. So from what I know, they're in the process of working out a contract, and John Moxley's contract runs out real soon with AEW. I'm hearing stories he may be moving on too. I don't think that might not happen. I'm hearing he has a couple more years left on his contract, but I heard he wants out of it because he doesn't like where he's going. And so we'll see what goes on with John Moxley as well. Will he be back as Dean Ambrose in the WWE? Britt Baker's supposed to be coming to the WWE. There's a lot of moving parts going on here, Smokin' Jim, with free agencies and things like that. So, All right. Same theme song, WWE. Yes, indeed. It's Pensman. All right, Smokin' Jim, any last final thoughts before we wrap it up? I'm sorry I forgot to get into AEW. We had so much to talk about otherwise.
No, sir. Great show, brother.
Thank you. Always a great show. Always a pleasure with you as well. And I will talk with you tomorrow morning. But anyway, don't forget Saturday, the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin' Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. as part of the triple header of Ralph Saturday. Also, don't forget before that at 8 a.m., and we'll get it started here at 8 a.m. Get you started, load up your cereal, get your English muffin, eggs, whatever, pancakes, whatever you're having for breakfast, and sit down and tune in to 1250 AM 92.5 The Answer or 1250 AM The Answer, pgh.com. Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show. And I am going to personally beat up this contractor in Western Pennsylvania who decided to rip off a family who has a quadriplegic son in a wheelchair. I'm going to beat him up on this program. So tune in Saturday because I got a lot to say. You'll see what I have to say Saturday about this clown. Rip this couple off of $40,000. Their son's quadriplegic in a wheelchair. And when it comes to my handicapped friends, you don't mess with them. Because if I find out, you're going to hear it on this program, especially. All right, on this program. So I'm hot about it. I'm angry. We'll talk about it Saturday on the the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show at 8 a.m. Then at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X platforms as well. We have the Saturday Sports Show, which Pensman will be on if available. With me, Ralph Williams, Leo Haggerty, and guests of our choosing. We're also on the Huddle Sports Network, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and Kick Network as well. And then 2 to 3 p.m., myself, Smokin' Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, 2 to 3 p.m. on 1250 a.m. The Answer. And The Answer, 1250 a.m. The Answer, pgh.com on YouTube on also on the online. You can watch all across or listen all across the country as well. And don't forget about Pensman Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel. He wants to get to 1,000. He's up to 864, I believe it is, and he's trying to get up to 1,000. Please help him out. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, Ralph Williams, RW Media. And don't forget Smokin' Jim's Facebook page. And don't forget to also check all of our social media platforms out. And please follow us on Twitter X. And please don't forget to follow me as well. I'm looking to get to, I'm up to about 354 on Twitter. I'm looking to get up to probably about maybe 400 by the end of the year because it's looking that's probably where it's going to go. And if it goes any further than that, it'll be a bonus. So, but anyway, don't forget about that as well. Next week, we'll be back here for another edition of Wrestletalk. I got some news. I got some great news about an event coming up under the Homestead High Level Bridge involving the retirement match of Tarantula. Tarantula, a local Pittsburgh wrestler. We had him here on the show at one time. he is involved in a match, and I will have that information. I'm going to give you some of it right now, but I have the pertinent information. It's actually September 6th, Tarantula's farewell match. It'll be under the Homestead Grays Bridge in Homestead, FNW Wrestling, which is his wrestling company. And there'll be some other matches as well. So check it out. 7th Avenue, right under the Homestead Grays Bridge. It's going to be called the Steel Valley Slam Fest with Tarantula in his farewell match. So those of you who want to go check that out, I would, September 6th, under the Homestead High Level Bridge in Homestead on the 7th Avenue side as well. All right, for Smokin' Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Have yourself a great one, and I'm going to work on getting Tarantula on here to talk about this event. I'm working on that. You know, I'm the booking machine. For Smokin' Jim Frazier, Pensman Sports, thank you for being involved into the program. And okay, it says thoughts about being Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, Pensman told me him and his wife went to go see or did see on Netflix Happy Gilmore 2. I haven't watched it. I'm told it's 50-50. I've been told by some people it stinks. I've been told from some people it works. And some people told me, well, whatever. All right. So some people said, Ralph, you stink on the air. I've heard that too, but that's what I've got. All right. Everybody have yourself a great night. Thank you for being part of the program. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Until then,